Hello, I'm Richard Hooper and this is SatTV Week. Last week, Washington DC was the central focus for the global satellite industry as the Walter E. Convention Center played host to Satellite 2012. The annual satellite conference and exhibition was the largest in its history, with more than 350 companies displaying their products and services to over 11,000 industry professionals attending from 75 countries. Against a backdrop of uncertain economic times, especially in Europe, the mood was buoyant. Yes, there are different opinions depending on which executives you speak to, but the reality is that the satellite sector is showing a great deal of resilience to global upheavals. In the mobile satellite services industry, there is clearly a slowdown after several boom years, but companies like Orbcomm had their best year to date in 2011. The issue is how to get growth going forward. Is the answer to launch new satellites or explore new bandwidths? The reality is it all comes down to determining the true market needs. The world's top satellite operators gathered for the opening general conference session entitled The Big Four at the Centre of the Satellite Universe. The CEOs of Eutelsat, Intelsat, Telesat and SES delivered an almost unanimous message. The satellite industry remains financially healthy and is more than capable of handling future challenges. But how to move forward? Satellite operators are continuing to look for cost-effective opportunities to increase fleets and footprints. Latin America is a focal point for several companies, including Eutelsat, who are beginning to tap into the growth potential of the region. The company recently won an auction for a Brazilian orbital position at 65 degrees west and will use it to develop Ka-band applications. In other news, Intelsat confirmed the 2012 delivery of its global mobility network, the core of which is based on 5 satellites launching over the next 12 months. Intelsat will become one of the first satellite operators to offer continuous worldwide broadband coverage on a single fleet to maritime and aeronautical customers, backed up by an automatic beam switching technology. The launch sector is always interesting and generates a great deal of debate when it comes to pricing structures. As in previous years, the launch sector companies were highly visible at Satellite 2012. The Launch Services Providers panel held on Tuesday, March 13, entitled Launch Services: How Will the Competitive Landscape Change?, took a bold look at how launch service providers, including new entrants, re-entrants and veteran launchers, are meeting customer demands and winning new business. Frank McKenna said that ILS has primarily focused on serving the heavy lift market for the last 5 years, and within that same time frame, Khrunichev has doubled the production rate and increased performance of the launch vehicle. Proton's lift capability has increased over 1,200 kilograms, with the phase series of improvements that have been 100% successful. With the use of the second spacecraft processing facility at the launch site in Baikonur, the company have been able to facilitate customers' demand with overlapping missions, reducing launch centres to 15 days, a capability that is unmatched in the industry. Jean-Yves Le Gall, Chairman and CEO of Arianespace, and Adrian Ballantyne, Founder and Chief Executive Officer of NewSat, signed the launch services contract for the Jaibaru-1 satellite during the event. Jaibaru-1 will be boosted into a geostationary transfer orbit by an Ariane 5 launch vehicle from the Guiana Space Centre during the fourth quarter of 2014. Jaibaru-1's high-power capacity will provide flexible communication solutions to enterprise and government customers across Asia, the Middle East and Eastern Africa. SpaceX has firmly positioned itself as both a government and commercial launch provider and confirmed that it expects to launch its first commercial satellite to geostationary orbit to occur in late 2013 for SES. However, looking at the bigger picture, the successful re-emergence of sea launch to operations and competition coming in from China for satellites that do not fall under US jurisdiction means increased competition is set to bring new options and launch pricing. Elsewhere on the show floor, Novalsat, providers of the next generation modulation standard for satellite communications, received the Technology of the Year award from the WTA for its NS3 satellite modulation technology. NS3 is a third generation satellite communications bandwidth optimization technology that uses complex spectral efficiency algorithms to increase satellite capacity by 20 to 78% over DVB-S2. Increasing bandwidth efficiency is a hot topic, and I took the opportunity to speak to Serge van Herk, CEO of NewTek, about the company's clear channel technology.
Well, clean channel technology is indeed a very interesting technology which we are releasing now, and that can help existing implementations to further increase their throughput. So with clean channel technology, from today onwards, customers can already increase their efficiency typically with 15%. So that is available as we speak as an upgrade on existing technology. And we're working further also on the new standardization to further increase that efficiency and the speeds that we can achieve. How far it can go? Well, you might have seen the recent announcement that we have done. 374 megabit on the 72 megahertz transponder. Again, that's a quite impressive achievement, and we even look forward to do more in the next weeks and months.
And finally, as we look forward, I can say with some certainty that these are exciting times for the satellite industry. Yes, it is predicted that this year could be somewhat unpredictable in terms of ratio of supply and demand, but with Ka-band and companies such as O3b networks promising speeds that rival terrestrial broadband, anything could happen. That's all for this week. Thanks for watching.